welcome to the Melbourne Town Hall. Massive night tonight. Stay tuned for interviews, behind play scenes, the whole lot. Back with more. Back at Melbourne Town Hall with the long-standing timekeepers and officials, Damien Membrey, also part of the Hall of Fame. Damien, welcome to Melbourne.
Thanks, Peter. Looking forward to a great night tonight.
Mate, let's go over being a timekeeper. For the viewers out there that don't understand the time, how long does a round go and how long's the break?
Sure, okay. Well, it could be a 2-minute round or a 3-minute round, depending on the type of fight. But also, we've introduced 1.5-minute rounds for some female fights as well. So it does vary a bit. You've got to be on your game to make sure you're not applying the wrong round at the wrong time. But yeah, it all works well.
What month's the Hall of Fame this year and where will it be, or next year actually?
Yeah, next year it'll be on the 2nd of March back at the Pullman on the Park in East Melbourne, the old Hilton Hotel. We're looking forward to another great night. It was a tremendous night this year. So, and you're inducted, you got an excellent award there. So congratulations to you, Peter, on that. And we're looking for another great night next year as well.
How's your father, Brian? He's always a long-standing figure. He was a president at ANBF at one stage and you were there with him. How is Brian? Because we haven't seen him at ringside lately.
Yes, Dad's getting a bit older these days. He's 84 now and he's slowing down a little bit, but he's still got a bit of fight in him.
The Membrey family, great standing people of the Victorian Combat Sports Unit, and they have been for decades and decades, a long time. Enjoy the night, Damon. Welcome to Malvern.
Thanks, Peter.
Back at Malvern Town Hall, an exciting undefeated prospect, Joel Taylor. He comes from the Shadows Boxing Gym, one of our favourite gyms. We've got Mel here on my left. Mel, welcome to Malvern. I'll go to Mel before you, mate. Ladies before gentlemen.
Thanks, Pete. Nice to be back with you. Always a pleasure.
I remember we were at Macau and you thought one of the guys in the room was Manny Pacquiao. It was actually a Manny Pacquiao tie. Remember that?
I was so excited. I was freaking out. I was like, that's Manny! And it wasn't. But I did end up, thanks to you, getting to meet Manny. And what a champion bloke. And they were a great experience. Never forget it ever.
No,
Thanks,
Pete. Great time,
It was a
wasn't
great time, yep.
Now let's get on to you, mate. You've got business here tonight. You're fighting a tough Kiwi, late replacement, Manu pulled out. How you feeling, mate? What does it feel when you're gearing up for a certain opponent and you have to fight someone in the last notice?
Oh, well, it's frustrating. It's happened the last couple fights, but, you know, you just got to go in there, do your job, go home.
You're only 18 years of age, is that right?
Yes.
So tell me about Xbox and stuff like that we don't understand.
I don't actually play Xbox that much. I just train, sleep and eat.
So you're an old school kid, are you?
Yes.
Got any tattoos?
No, I don't.
That's real old school, isn't it? Everyone's got tattoos these
He
days.
said to me just today, Pete, he said, I don't think I'm going to get one. I don't think I want to. I look around and think I'm the only one without any. So I said, good boy.
Gee, that's old school for viewers out there. Remember in the old days, the tats were only for the hard men. Yeah. Now everyone, even the yuppies are getting the tats.
Yeah, I know.
So, mate, what do you want to do with your boxing career? Because you're undefeated. You've got a great gym behind you.
Oh, you know, just take it as far as I can at the moment and see what happens with it.
Oh, great. Do you guys still do the Children's Hospital appeal and stuff like that?
Sure do, Pete. This year, we raised $18,000 and we've been consistent with that over 11 years.
Oh,
If we
fantastic.
can break 20, I'd be so happy. So anyone who is around on Good Friday, come on down to the gym. It's a great family day.
Might even get the boxing show there one day and try and get you to break
That'd be
20.
brilliant.
Thank you, Mel. Rick's obviously not here, but Joel, all the best tonight, mate. And hope you remain undefeated.
Oh, I hope so. Let's do it.
Back in the change of Ryan Mitchum. He's a southpaw trained by Team Labruna. Also represents a hard-hitting Joel Camilleri. He's got the main event tonight. But he won't be here. We're a little early and Joel gets here late, which is great for me because I've got a sneaky suspicion Joel's trying to get my job here at Channel 31. He's always on all the YouTube channels, isn't he?
Oh, he's the best speaker in our team, without a doubt.
What can we expect tonight? He fights Adam Abdul Hamid from General Santos City in the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao's town. So what are we expecting from Joel?
I reckon Joel's going to outbox him in the early rounds and possibly stop him in the later rounds. He's very strong, very fit, and he looks good at this weight. I think this is going to be his new weight division.
Okay, I'll ask you a question here because we've got you here. I know now you're a qualified judge. I saw that on Facebook. Congratulations. You're also an MMA fighter and a professional boxer. What's a tougher gig, fighting MMA or boxing? Now, be truthful here.
Definitely MMA if it's standing up, because the leg kicks, like getting punched in the face hurts, but nothing compared to getting kicked in the legs. But if it's resting on the ground, you don't get hit as much as the boxing. So they're both tough sports, but you can't condition your legs as much. So I think MMA is a bit harder.
Okay, Ryan, thanks for taking the interview on behalf of Joel, because we've got Joel out of the way, because if we had Joel here, mate, he'd be taking over the show, you know that.
Yeah, the show wouldn't even go on. He'd just be talking here the whole time. But, you know, he's a good bloke and he gets the crowd in, so it's going to be a good night tonight.
So as a young kid, Benny the Bomber, because I know Sam Labruna's going to love this one. He's one of Sammy's favourites, isn't he?
Yeah, he's probably the best in our gym. He's only 16 years old. Sam reckons he's going to be the next big thing, and I'm 29 years old and I've been training for 10 years, and he goes toe-to-toe to me, and he's only 16 years old, so definitely the future of the sport.
Benjamin Bomber, put that in your black book. Thanks a lot, mate.
No worries. Have a good night, everyone.
Back in the change rooms with John Bowman and Eamon Carlos. Tonight, it's going to be a massive night for the Team Carlos team, because they're fighting a Fijian champion. He's 11-1, terrific record. We saw him weigh in. They both weighed in at middleweight. It's going to be a terrific contest, isn't it, John?
Fantastic, yeah. We're really looking forward to it. E-Man's finally got to prepare for an opponent, and he's looking really sharp, really sharp.
Eamon, you're an exciting prospect. You're one of the Victorian champion as well. We're expecting massive things from you. The crowd love you. Exciting fighter, got all the skills. What do you know about your Fijian opponent? Because he is a Fijian champion.
Thanks for that, Pete. His resume speaks for itself. 11 wins with 1 loss, 8 knockouts on his record. He's a Fijian champ, so I'm ready for this fight. I've got a lot of supporters coming down, family and friends, and the atmosphere's gonna be good. I can't wait to get out there. I'm jumping out of my skin.
Eamon, we talk about challenges for a fight, and John mentions that as well, because it's hard to train someone to get up for an easy beat. Now, how are you feeling now? Is it a different type of feeling? You've got a live opponent in front of you.
Exactly that. We had a great camp. We spent 6 weeks. We put in a lot of hard work, not just me, but my team. And, I'm ready for anything, and especially for these fights. I can't wait to get out there, so should be good.
How good is he, John? Because you run a gymnasium as well, up close to Dandenong area, so you see a lot of the tough boys. How far can Eamon Carlos go?
I think he's got the goods to go all the way. His father, Andre, has been a massive contribution to our team. He prepares E-Man second to none. Even though it's his father, he gives him no leeway at all. Make sure he does all the extra work, and we are a good team together, and we bounce off each other, and everything seems to be going really well. And E-Man, we expect big things from him, and we also make sure that he is well prepared, but more importantly, he's got a lot of self-discipline.
Eamon, being trained by your father, how does that, you get orders like, oh, you didn't clean up the fridge, or take that out, take the bin out, and you've got to go to gym with him. Is it harder being trained by your dad, or is it actually better?
It's kind of hard to explain. It's very unusual, but me and my dad, we share a different bond, and it's not only that we train together, but we work together. We're like best mates, and I think it works really well. He's there supporting me in every way, and then also we got Johnny and Shui there, who are also there to help. And like Johnny said, we've got a great team. We've got really good combinations going on, and it works well. Works really well.
Did your dad have any combat experience himself? Was he a kickboxer?
Yes, he was an ex-kickboxer. Just growing up, seeing him prepare for fights was definitely a motivation, an inspiration to me. And, every time I go out in the ring, I just, want to make him proud the same way I'm proud of him.
Very interesting, isn't it, yours, when we get a father-son combination, obviously John Bowman as well, and you've got to mix that in. I think comes up with something special here, because they've got a very, very confident winning feeling, and Eamon Carlos, one of the big prospects in Victorian professional boxing at the moment. We're all excited. Guys, enjoy the night, and thanks for coming in. Great for the challenge.
Thank you very much.
Back in the change of the Geelong crew, these guys came all the way from Geelong, and Say St John's, an undefeated heavyweight. He scaled in 127 kilo last time. We've got the major here. We've got a guy here that's defended the country, a major, so he's the trainer. We've also got Jack Light here, an undefeated professional boxer himself. How are you feeling, mate?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel really good. Had a good camp, so just ready to get in and do the business now.
What do you know about your opponent, Mafa Telepi? He's a snag, isn't he? He's looking fit. He was looking fit at the weigh-in.
Yeah, 100%. From what I've seen, he's sort of obviously a bit taller, he's a bit awkward, and he likes to sort of swing pretty heavy. So I'll definitely have to be on my best to sort of not get tagged with anything silly.
How's the prep been going, mate?
Prep's good. Been working his butt off, actually, up in Geelong, doing his runs, doing everything, training hard, training in 2 gyms, actually, out with Jack Light, out his way, and at our gym, Loose Cannon Boxing Club in Geelong. Yeah.
Great work there from the Loose Cannon Boxing Club. Jack, get you in here, mate. You're an undefeated fighter at the moment. What have we got for next year? Anything up?
I've just had a little bit of a break, so maybe something early next year. But yeah, just one day at a time, and back into training a little bit. Just had a little bit of a break after my last one, so yeah, we'll just see what sort of comes our way.
Great work. All right, Shay, well done, mate. All the best. Hope you keep that undefeated record here, and all the best to Geelong boys.
Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for your time.
Back here at Melbourne Town Hall with Combat Sports, probably officer Scott Brow, also a professional boxer himself in the day. He was called the Mini Blaster. Scotty, welcome to Melbourne, and a big card tonight.
Thanks, Peter. Look, I think you've put on a fantastic show, and I'm really looking forward to a big night of boxing back at the Melbourne Town Hall. It's a great venue, and I think tonight's probably one of the best shows that we've seen at Melbourne. There's 58 rounds of boxing, so if they all go the distance, could be a late night.
It could be a late night, so send a text to your wife, mate. You might be home after midnight. Getting back to boxing now to your day, because I remember you were fighting on the Jeff Fennick undercards, and it was slashing back then. You had Lee Thomas. It was a big hub back then, wasn't it? You fought some real good fighters as well.
Look, I had a great time during my boxing career. It was, one of those, probably one of the best times of my life was actually being a competitor, and it's a bit different being on this side of the ring and being an official. I think I caught more abuse on this side than I did when I was in there as a competitor. I only got punched in the face when I was fighting, but out here you sort of get knifed in the back a little bit.
Okay, Scotty, let's go over being a competitor, because you turned professional 18. And Scotty probably doesn't know this. I saw you spar Azuma Nelson out at South Melbourne a long time ago, just before he fought Jeff Fennick at Princess Park. What was it like sparring Azuma Nelson?
I was amazing. I was really lucky that I got to spar a lot of Jeff's opponents, but Azuma Nelson was really at another level. And for that particular fight, I think he was probably as well tuned as anybody could ever be. And I sparred, because I used to spar Jeff a lot as well, and I sparred Azuma, and then I went and sparred Jeff, and Johnny Lewis said, so what do you think, Scotty? I said, I think Jeff might be in a spot of bother, Johnny. And Johnny's gone, oh, mate, you're kidding, Scotty. He's got him covered. And from what I'd seen and being in the ring with both of them, and it was only sparring, I'm sure they were both taking it easy on me, but, just the skill level of Azuma Nelson was something special. But, that's not taking anything away from Jeff Fennick, who was probably the best Australian fighter that we've ever produced. And, he was a legend, and I always looked up to him.
Randy Petal-Corin has been fighting in Melbourne, and you're a big rap for him. I remember you came and said, mate, this kid, we'll get him in with a few other guys. How do you rate Randy Petal-Corin?
Oh, Randy's fantastic. Like, to have fast hands like that and the ability to move around, he's got a bit of power in both hands. I think he's a real talent. I really do rate him.
Now, the Maloney twins recently fought. How did you rate their performance? Jason Maloney, what an effort over there in Orlando.
That was an amazing fight. I mean, both the Maloney boys are great fighters and are really paving great careers for themselves as professionals. Jason's fight, that's probably one of the best fights of any Australian in the last decade, I'd say. He just, dug in and, been in the days of 15-rounder, I think he would have got away with it. But, it's 12 and it is what it is.
Where's Combat Sports heading these days, Scotty? Because the rules are getting a lot tighter and it's harder for promoters. It's weeding a lot of fighters out. It's just very strict than it was in the old days. But with back-to-back concussions and 15-day rules, I understand it's health and safety first.
Yeah, it's got to be health and safety first. And I mean, I understand it from the fighter's point of view, and the fighters want to fight, but at the same time, sometimes people have got to be protected from themselves, and you've got to make sure that they've got a career after their boxing careers or after their combat sports careers, because we're doing the same thing for boxing, kickboxing, MMA. So it's a matter of making sure that these guys can go home at the end of the night and get up the next morning, go to work, do what they've got to do, and in 10 years' time look back and go, hey, I had a great boxing career and I've come out of it unscathed, rather than saying, geez, what happened to him? Oh, I used to be a fighter.
Yep. Thank you for your input, Scotty. Scotty Brower, been a combat sports officer for over 20 years and also a competitor, top-class competitor. Scott, enjoy Malvern.
Yeah, well, thanks, Peter. You too.
Back here at Malvern Town Hall, the undefeated prospect. Tonight he fights for Victorian fight title. Daniel Hukalak fights Leighton McFarren tonight. It's going to be a tough fight, mate. How are you feeling?
Feeling very well prepared. My team have definitely got me ready for this one, and we haven't left any stone unturned, but I know it's going to be a tough one, and it's definitely going to be a good way to win a state title. So this is what we've been working for. Ready to just get the job done tonight now.
Get Pugger in here. Pugger, get in here, mate. Yeah, good to see you, mate. Look, you've been over to the Philippines as well, and Brix Flores, you had a fight in the Philippines. Tell us a bit about that.
I was definitely an experience because I pretty much went by myself. Just he had a situation at home at the time, so he wasn't able to attend. But the opportunity was there to take, so I got the opportunity and I went and had a fight over there. So many different things was happening, opponent changes, weight changes, and just lots of things I had to juggle on my own, and it was pretty tough, but I'm happy I done it. It taught me a lot, and yeah, I honestly can't complain that I did it. I was nearly going to come home at one point, but I'm happy I persisted. These boys helped me get through it as well, and yeah, come out of it better for it, so I'm very happy.
On a sad note, Sammy Damore passed away last night, and gee, that's very sad, isn't it? He was a mentor for you, and how did you feel about Sammy passed away? Very sad, wasn't it?
Oh, very sad. We were there just last night with him, and he told us to bring home the title, and we're very serious about bringing home this for him tonight, yeah. Very emotional, isn't it, for you, mate? Very emotional. Now,
a funny story. I remember when we actually needed a sparring opponent for Vic Darchinian, and it was 2015 when he was in the Ronda Rousey camp. No one was putting a hand up, mate. You did, and you sparred him. You've done very well.
You got to take every opportunity you can. None of the other boys wanted to do it. As soon as I got the phone call, and I didn't get the phone call for it, but I heard that the opportunity was there for people and no one wanted it, I said, well, I'll do it, man. Like, what? If I get the chance to spar anyone like that, why wouldn't I? I mean, I come out better for it, and great experience. I'm very lucky, and thank you for that again. So it's great to do it.
With a twinge of sadness, we end this interview. Rest in peace, Sammy Damore, one of the greats of boxing in the West, and Pugger and Daniel, they're Westies. You're going to bring this title home to the West, hopefully, mate, tonight, and all the best.
Hopefully, mate. I'm going to do everything I can, and this one's definitely for him tonight.
Back in the change with Ben Chua, also a young trooper here. He's going to end up being an Olympian, I reckon. Ben, let's go over Terry Zermanis' fight tonight. He's fighting Victor Odindo. Tough opponents for a WBC ABCO title. It's over 10 rounds. This is a big fight for Terry, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, WBC ABCO title's a very prestigious belt, so it's one that he's been gunning for a long time, so very excited about it.
Let's go over Terry's last fight in Kuala Lumpur, because it was an exciting fight. It could have gone either way. We were both in the corner. We spent a week there. They're great people, the Asians and Filipino people. We felt at home. They really did make us feel welcome, didn't they?
Oh, it's a fantastic experience, and it was a very close fight, as you said. Losing someone like J.R. Inson's nothing to be ashamed of. He's a top fighter himself, and a total gentleman of a person too.
He did. He put a big cheerio there for Terry on Facebook. Wished him all the best. Caleb, let's go over your career, mate. How many amateur fights you had now?
I've had 40 or so amateur fights now. I head to the Australian Championships in 2 weeks, so yeah, it's going good.
All the best, mate. We wish you all the best, because I remember you really as a real toddler when he was sparring Pretty Boy George in the old days. Remember that?
Yeah, certainly do. So he started when he was 8 years old. He's 22 years old now, and big pro career ahead of him as well. Hopefully on your shows, Peter.
Oh, hopefully. No, thanks, Ben. All the best tonight with Terry. Terry's going to get here a bit later because he's fighting the main event, but Big Ben's gym, they do it properly. It's always scheduled, and you get reports on websites. So you're very attention to detail, Ben. That's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. I think you have to be to survive 22 years in the sport. So, thank you.
Okay, great. Enjoy it, guys. Back here in the foyer, really, of the change rooms, we've got Silabari Nawawi. He arrived from Fiji. Nadi, he's a Fijian champion. He fights one of our favourite sons tonight, Eamon Carlos. How's your preparation? You fit?
Yeah, I'm ready to fight this tonight to come and win.
It's great to have Fijian people here, multicultural, that's what it's about. He's going to be going great guns, and from everyone on the boxing show, welcome to Australia, and let's do your best here for Fiji tonight. The Fijian champion.
Yeah.
Thank you, Silvani. All the best. Back in the change rooms with Adam Abdul Hamid. He's fighting for the WBC ABCO title tonight up against Joel Camilleri. His trainer Fernando Lumacat fought on a Manny Pacquiao undercard when he fought Marquez. He also fought Jose Arce a few times. Adam, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm excited, but my fight, I do my best all.
Adam's also the best friend of Randy Petal-Corin, who's our favourite here, Randy Ultratune Petal-Corin. How's Randy going over in the Philippines?
It's okay. Back in the training start to back training.
Okay. Fernando, you fought Arce in Mexico and you fought all around the world. You trained Adam here tonight. Is Adam fit?
Yeah. Adam, he said, I'm excited this fight in 3 months to preparation. Then he said, he will do my all best this tonight.
You also trained Randy Petal-Corin to fight Felix Alvarado. How's Randy at the moment?
Yeah, this Randy is there was something where Alvarado is punched in the knee, in the legs. He punched in the legs that the referee cannot see, because that's why Randy can't run. Yeah. Yes, that's why Randy is weak.
Illegal fouls during the IBF World title fight. Shocking, really, from the referee. Shocking, I don't normally say that. Guys, welcome to Melbourne and the Sandman Gym, General Santos City. What a great place. The heart of Manny Pacquiao. Mabuhay to all you Filipinos out there. These guys will be doing you proud. Well done, guys.
Thank you so much, the Peter Maniatis events. Thank you for it's tonight.
Back in the change with Mafa Telepi. He's a real battle-hardened heavyweight from Melbourne in the west, but Samoan heritage. How are you feeling, Mafa?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, feeling all right. Getting ready and prepared. Hopefully everything goes all right tonight, and yeah, I'm going to give him my best and see how I go. Yeah, that's all, yeah.
C. St. John fought your brother and he defeated your brother. So this is a bit of a revenge thing, isn't it? You know he beat your brother. You want to get him back. It's the old days in the schoolyard when someone hits your brother, you always square up. Is that right?
Yeah. I think, it's a bit hard that my brother had to go through sort of thing, and I think I need to give him a bit to understand that that he's done something to my brother, and I think it's kind of a payback.
Yep, you don't mess with the Telepis. He's a Westie and he's ready. All the best, mate.
Thank you. No worries. I will.
Back in the change rooms with a massive group here. We've got two fighters fighting in Melbourne. We've got a Tasmanian and a guy from Auckland. Tanui from Auckland. Leighton from Tasmania. He's fighting a state title against Daniel Hukalek. And you're fighting Joel Taylor. How are you feeling, mate?
Good.
Short and sharp. I know you're going to give me short and sharp answers. Now, do you follow the rugby?
No.
You don't? That's it. Who's your favourite boxer? Joseph Parker?
Yep.
Okay, got you there. Leighton, you're a Tasmanian, mate. You follow the footy?
Yeah, I follow a little bit of it, not too much of it though, but I watch it every now and then.
Okay, Daniel Hukalek, what do you know about him?
He's had a few fights, but he's not that experienced. I know that I'm a little bit more experienced than him, so it'll be a good fight.
They're all tough from the upper Lyle. You never underestimate them. You needed a few beers last night, mate. I saw you at the Wayne. You nearly hijacked a bus. How'd you go with the beers?
Yeah, no, not very good at all. I ended up piking out, mate. Yeah, we went and had a few beers and that was enough for me. I nearly fell asleep.
Normally happens these days, mate. Yeah, you either paint the town red or fall asleep.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Okay, guys, enjoy the trip to Melbourne, Auckland and Tassie. Us Melburnians welcome everyone. So I reckon it's the capital city of the world, Melbourne. So enjoy the night, guys.
Thanks, mate.
Back here at ringside with the Ultra Tune team, Terry Burt. He's from Ultra Tune Bendigo. Terry was at the Tim Zoo and Maloney fight. We actually got you up in the ring, mate. You were tickled pink getting that photo with Tim Zoo.
I was. It was fantastic. Great night. Fantastic for Bendigo region.
Ultra Tune, Sean Buckley, Charlie Sheen, Jean-Claude Van Damme. The big guns always get rolled out when it's Ultra Tune, don't they?
They do. It's great. The great jaw card. Fun night. Everyone gets involved. It's great for Ultra Tune. Great for boxing.
And Mike Tyson, of course. How can we forget the ads with Mike Tyson? Sean Buckley, he doesn't do things with halves. He does things properly. And if you need your car serviced, you've got to go to Ultra Tune. Seriously, you cannot take a risk with a local mechanic or your mate down the road. Your car is your safety. Correct, Terry?
100%. Ultra Tune will give you roadside assist. We look after your customer. We treat you like the family. Come to Ultra Tune, bring your car in, let us look after you.
How are you enjoying the night tonight, mate? There's going to be a lot of beverages. We might have to get you up in the ring again, but it wasn't like the other time. I remember getting you up there with Terry, Terry, I remember getting you up with Tim Zoo, mate. You were stoked.
I was. Tim Zoo was fantastic. It was great. Fun night. Can't wait for it. Just looking forward to another great night of boxing.
Okay, get there to Bendigo and all the Ultra Tune stores all across Victoria and Australia. It's a great auto car service. Thanks for coming tonight, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having us. Looking forward to a really great, fun night. Thank you.
Wrapping up the boxing show, Dita Luanenko. Dita, you're one of our biggest fans of the boxing show. We're wrapping up the year. A message out there for the fans to stay safe over Christmas and the New Year?
Don't drink and drive. It's the best option. Speaking from experience, it's a no-no. So stay within your capabilities and stay safe, and a Happy New Year for 2019.
Thank you, Dita. And also, how's the freight train going, Matty? Because we always get excited when he fights. We'd love to see him back in the ring.
Yes, I'm trying to convince him, Peter. I want him on your show. He's training only once a week. He's a little bit lazy at the moment, but hopefully 2019. I know he's promised, and I'm going to kick him up the rear if he doesn't keep to it.
Okay, Dita, from everyone on the Cowboy Show, wrapping up the boxing show. Have a great Christmas and New Year, and we'll be back in 2019 with my great mate, Dita.